So, making some lasagna from scratch, and I thought you might want to take a look. But anyway, I've been making it for a long time, and I don't really have a recipe. I started making it when my kids were young, and I have two grandsons now. So that tells you how long I've been making it, maybe. About. Anyway, got some garlic and some onions in here. Browning up. Put some green and red peppers in there. And I don't know if I ever make this exactly the same way every time I make it, but my husband and my kids really like it, so anyway. I got some onion, a half an onion, 3 cloves of garlic, because I really like garlic, and I don't know, probably a third of maybe half a red pepper, I don't know, and a third of a green pepper. They're just leftovers from some peppers I cut up for a salad the other day. That going, a little salt and pepper, a little salt, and a little pepper. Nothing fancy, just some salt. And I like to put a little, this is like a chili limon. I like to put a little of that in there for a little kick. And that's it. So we'll get the sauce going in here. So this is grass-fed beef. It's not necessarily organic, but it doesn't have the antibodies. They are free roaming cattle from what it says on the label, so they're not like penned up eating corn and grain and getting injected with a bunch of antibiotics and stuff. So we use that. Onion and garlic and peppers. Makes it really loud. Alright, so we'll get that going. And I'll go ahead and get the oven turned on. This is my gigantic lasagna pan. Just a big glass pan. It's a, what is it here? 10 by 10.5 by 14 3/4 by 2 1/4 inches. It's a 4-quart glass pan, and I love it because I can make a deep lasagna and I can make a big lasagna, and I can cut it in half and freeze half of it, or freeze the 2/4 or whatever, and then we can have dinner another time, and I don't have to cook. So I like that. I love to cook. I do not love to cook all the time or every day. Love to cook. I love to bake, but I don't do them every day. But when I do cook, I really cook. And I like to cook from scratch. Things that are good for us. I do not can my own tomatoes. This last year, so I have different brands of organic diced tomatoes, tomato sauce, and I've got some crushed tomatoes with basil. And I'm going to make my own sauce, which is not really hard. It's just basically whatever tomatoes you like and some seasonings, and then I've got my lasagna noodles. I do not like to pre-cook my lasagna noodles, so I get these little oven-ready ones. It's maybe a little cheating and maybe not so homesteady, but I don't care. I hate cooking those things, and they always get tangled up or they rip, or the really just frustrate me, so I don't do that anymore. So I'm going to do this. So this is a bulk ricotta cheese, and I've got some. I've got some shredded mozzarella, and I like to put in. I like to put in a little cheddar, shredded cheddar in there. And of course I'll be using some organic eggs. I had chickens, but we don't have chickens right now because we're building our house out in the country. So we got rid of all of our chickens. And when we get a building farm out there, then I'm going to get a whole bunch of baby chicks and just start over. So I haven't decided if I'm going to do 25 or 50, but one of those sounds like a good number. I had 20 before, so not that big of a leap to go to 25, but 50, you know, we're going to have enough room for them, plenty of room, so I think that's doable, and it'll be fun. Love them, love them, love them. Love using them. Actually, I want 3. I don't know how those people break an egg with like one hand. I've never been able to do it. I always get it all over me. And once in a while I drop a shell down in there, but I got them all. Once we get it cooked up, then we'll take it out and get our sauce going, and then we'll put the meat back in the sauce. That's how I like to do it. Meat's flying everywhere. I like to chop it up really small. So that's what I'm going to do. Turn that down a little bit. It's getting kind of smoky because the meat's getting done. The eggs. I'm going to put a little garlic powder. Some basil from last year. And that's, like I got a little cilantro here, and I did some oregano. Got my label. A little oregano. Whoop! And there went my label. After I bragged on it, just fell off. I guess that's it for that label. The glue's all gone. So we're gonna rub some oregano in there. I also have I have a mortar and pestle, and sometimes I'll just put all my herbs in there and then just grind them all up together. But I don't feel like doing it that way today. So I also have some dill in here that we're not using. Of course, I have some chives. And I have some sage. Put a little bit of my sage in there. There's a little thyme. And rosemary. This is actually store-bought rosemary still in here. I have not successfully grown rosemary yet. So our egg and cheese mixture, right now I'm just mixing this ricotta cheese in with the egg mixture, with the eggs and the herbs and stuff. And you just want that to get kind of a even consistency. See here? Nice even consistency. Nice and smooth like that. This alright. Now I like to throw some of this cheddar in here. Not all of it, top because that makes the top look pretty. And nice and separated. Got cheese all over my hands. And then we're just going to mix that in with that ricotta, and that helps it make it a little thicker. So I put like 3 eggs to about a pound of ricotta cheese. You could put 2 eggs. I like to put 3 because it makes my lasagna a little more firm. That would be so much fun. It would be awesome. So, and see, the cool thing is this fits in these little cans. It's still big enough you can move stuff around. My daughter asked me for this recipe once, and I had to actually make it in my head in order to remember everything that went in it. I can't just sit down and go, yeah, pop, 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 this is what goes in it. I had to actually pretend I was making it in my head. So, and like I said, I do kind of make it a little different every time. Sometimes I don't make my own sauce. I do put the meat in it usually. A couple times I made like this with vegetables. But I think vegetable lasagna is better with a white sauce. That's just me. So, and this is diced tomatoes, fire roasted, and I'm going to drain them off because I just want the tomatoes. I don't want the water that's in them because my sauce is a little soupy right now because of the crushed tomatoes and the tomato sauce together makes it kind of soupy. So this I'm just going to drain off. So I just want the tomatoes. I don't really want anything else. I like those nice chunky diced tomatoes. Sometimes, some recipes I'll use those petite diced tomatoes, but you can't always find those in an organic brand. So, and we only eat either homegrown or organic tomatoes anymore. We don't fool around with that chemical stuff anymore. And, you know, our health has just been so much better. And I'm not going to spray my pan or anything. I'm just going to put some sauce in the bottom, and that kind of helps anything from sticking. I've been promising my husband lasagna all week, and this is the first day. It actually snowed today, 7th of February, and we get a huge snow today. And, you know, totally covered the ground, and it's about, probably, it looks like about 3 or 4 inches of fluff. You know, not a ton, maybe just 3 inches. Not a ton of snow, but enough to just bog things down and make the road slick and, you know,